Hello everyone. So many people have been asking me to give an opinion on the viral video about the Pwani University student who allegedly cheated on her boyfriend, and therefore the boyfriend attacked her in class, literally. And there were a lot of people watching in that classroom and nobody did anything. Someone actually recorded the video because there's no way it went viral if someone wasn't holding their camera. So I'm going to give my opinion of the same. To begin with, I personally don't encourage cheating. If you have a problem with your partner, then it's always okay for you to have a sit down and talk about it, or simply just end things. And if whatever they're giving you isn't enough and you feel like maybe I should look for another source of something that I'm missing, then you should just inform them that I feel like you're not able to provide to my needs, and therefore I'm not able to stay in this relationship with you. I therefore request to leave this relationship. Something as simple as that. Like, communication is very, very important in a relationship. Now, kindly note my very careful use of the word allegedly. We can't be so sure that this is what they were fighting about. But according to the video, whoever shot the video, they were fighting because this lady cheated on this guy. I don't encourage violence. Everyone who knows me too well knows that. Violence is never a way to solve any problem. Let's start with that. If it gets to this point in this relationship whereby he is able to come to class and literally attack this lady because maybe he feels like he has some entitlement and he owns this lady, then it means that it isn't the first time he is hitting this girl. They have already had these fights, and she might have chosen to remain in the relationship. And funny enough, if you find someone who is abusive and you decide to stay in this relationship, I think that you going out there and cheating and getting caught is actually a really, really bad idea. And what she should have done, although it is very hard to leave an abusive relationship, is just to have this conversation and leave this relationship. I know this is something that I can't emphasize enough because it's very hard to convince someone to leave a person that they love. It's so, so hard. And it's something that takes time, and it takes a decision that comes deep within you. Forgive me for saying this, but I'm not so sure about where their relationship has reached, or whatever it is that they have done for each other so as to get to that level. Because if someone feel like they own you, or like you own them something, it means that they have invested a lot in this relationship, and that is why they find it really hard to leave you after you do such a thing as betray them. They turn out to be violent people. That is because of the amount of time or the amount of money, whatever it is, that this person has invested in this relationship. So I'd like to give a comment on that. If you're in a relationship with someone, and as long as you guys haven't made your relationship official, or you haven't had that exact conversation of, babe, I've decided to exclusively date you and I'm not going to be dating anyone else. If you haven't had that conversation and actually talked to this person and be like, I've decided to be your girlfriend and we're going to continue dating with each other and being in this relationship together, then you don't owe each other anything. And if you decide to do anything for me in that relationship, then it should come from yourself. Don't make it seem like as if it's something that someone has forced you to actually do for them. If you love someone, definitely you'll want to do things for them, but don't make this thing you are doing for them be something that you want to tie them with. Now, the moment your relationship moves from the side of a friendship and becomes a serious boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, then you are supposed to have boundaries with those male friends. For example, if I'm in a relationship with a guy who I've decided to be my boyfriend, then I am supposed to be able to limit my boundaries, those men who were too close to me, so as not to give him that feeling of insecurity. And once we have that feeling of trust between each other, then we will be able to build a stronger relationship. Please note that I'm not saying that you're supposed to stop having male friends. I am saying that you're supposed to also consider the feelings of your partner. And I know it's something that is very hard to accept, but when you decide that you don't want to be single anymore, then you don't be single anymore. You stick to this one partner that you have decided to have. On the point of that violence, the violence was wrong. Violence will never be a solution to any problem. It will never be a solution to any problem. And it was very wrong that this guy attacked this lady, even if it was in a private room. I know I'm stating it because it was in a classroom, yes, but it was wrong. Even if it would have been behind closed doors, the violence was something that was wrong, and I really, really am against it. Let me talk about these people who were in that classroom. The fact that nobody came to her defense makes it even more sad, because there were very many people in that classroom, and if these people decided that they were going to at least stop this fight, even if it wasn't to take sides, not to defend the man, not to defend the lady, but their aim would have just been peace, to have peace, and they would have just pulled these people away from each other so as to have a peaceful environment. But these days everyone is just interested in drama, and the reason as to why someone posted this, allow me to say, is just because they were chasing clout, and because they just wanted, maybe they wanted to create awareness. Let me not judge them too harshly. Maybe they decided to create awareness about the situation in the school. I'm not so sure, so let me not be too harsh on them. Even if everyone wants to mind their own business, I will just have advised them to think about having a peaceful environment. That alone, the thought of we are not supposed to allow people to be at war regardless of whatever the problem is. We're supposed to have a peaceful environment, and we should be ambassadors of peace. They should have just pulled these people apart to stop this fight. My advice to all of you today is that even if you don't want to be involved in other people's business, at least be an ambassador of peace and be a person who has integrity. Be a person who is able to stand up and say that this is wrong. And once you do that, you will be able to, in fact, stop such things from happening in your environment, because it wasn't something good. I'm not even able to repost that video or even share it with anyone else, because it's something that is very disgusting, if you ask me. And violence should never be a solution to anything. People should just strive to have peace. If we can be able to solve our problems peacefully, then we'll have better and healthier relationships, and we will also be able to reduce the amount of femicide that is going on in Kenya. I know that there are men out there who are also getting killed. It's just that their stories are not out there. But if we're all able to advocate for peace, then such killings will be able to be reduced, and people will be able to look for better ways to solve problems. So let us create awareness on how people are supposed to solve their problems in a peaceful way. I know I've been a little bit mad today, but I hope that you guys are able to take a thing or two from this teaching, and that you're able to share it with other people, so that we may be able to learn together on how to build healthy and stronger relationships. Until next time, have a great evening. Bye bye.